Today you are going to learn my favorite card change, and along with it you are going to learn how to execute this in a sort of routine, like you're going to learn an actual card trick. So the basic principle behind this is you have a card, let's say it is the four of diamonds, right? We go ahead and take it, put it face down, and the card changes. Let's learn how to do that there. Alright, so here is the breakdown for my favorite card change. It is called the Paintbrush Top Change. I'll leave linked below the Paintbrush color change because it utilizes the same type of movement for it to change. But you don't want to do this continuous motion like this and then you do the change. You want one not continuous, you want one quick, smooth motion, just like that. So, here's what happens. You have a card, and you're going to get a pinky break, if I can get on the camera, under the indifferent card. And you place the 8 on top, and I'll show you the bad angle, because this is angle sensitive. You don't want people to your right. But what's happening is you are taking the card and swapping it out for that other card. But it's supposed to look like you just turned the 8 upside down and then you do a sort of review. So, let's go ahead and talk angles. As I said, you do not want people to your right because if you go and do it, they see the switch. Straight on, it obviously just looks like you're, if you don't fumble like that, it's supposed to look like you're just, oh my god, these cards do not want to cooperate with me. You are going to see that. But it's supposed to look like you just turned it face down and then you reveal it. A switch to the left, obviously your left hand is going to block the move. And then you can't really see it from the magician's perspective, but it does look pretty clean. As long as, I don't know what's going on with these cards. But, yeah, it still looks pretty clean. So, how are you supposed to use this in a card trick? Well, you could sort of use it in a mentalism sort of way, where you control, let's say this is their card, and you put another card on top of it, and you do the double undercut, and which I've taught in a couple of videos. I'll try to find those videos and leave them linked below. You show an indifferent card, get a break under their card, and then you do the change, and then maybe you kind of take a peek at it, and you say, okay, we're going to come back to that in a second. Maybe you do where they shuffle, and then you get a peek at the bottom card by rotating like this. You literally get a free peek at it. It is the King of Spades. And then you can do where you sandwich it on top of the next spectator's card. You go through, find the King of Spades, and the card under it is going to be their card, and then you have 2 predictions. That is the easiest sort of trick where you can do a sort of mentalism effect. The main effect that you are going to learn today is called the temperature change. And I'm just going to break it down for you. I'm not going to do a performance first. But the idea is you have 2 different spectators each pick a card. Or it can be the same spectator picking 2 cards. So the 5 of hearts and the 7 of hearts. You need to control them both to the top and have them both on top. So for the first one, you can do the double undercut where you have them put it in, you do the double undercut, and their card is now on top. Once you've controlled the first card to the top, you're going to do a semi-false cut. And what I mean by that is you're going to swing cut a third over into your hand, which has the other card. You're going to swing cut the next third into your left hand as you pull down with these two fingers and sandwich it between these packets and grip with your middle finger and thumb. And then you grip this, and then you're going to turn this packet over, and the card is right there. You have the next spectator put their card on top of that, get one more peek at it, and then you can do the double undercut again, and then you can do this false cut. So let's go over that one more time. You had the first spectator put their card on top, do the double undercut. So it's on top. And then you're going to swing cut over, sandwich, swing cut over, bring up, have them put the next card on top, which puts that a card on top of the next card, and then you do another double undercut. And face up with having done the initial double undercut, swing cut over, sandwich, swing cut, drop. They put their card on top, double undercut. And those two cards are on the top together. And then you can do this false cut. I'll leave that linked in the description below. Now you are set. So the next thing you do is you're going to swing cut over and catch a pinky break, but you're going to casually just have your hand like this, or if you're standing, you can drop it by your leg as you're talking, and you can say, I'm going to feel the temperature of the cards. Since you touched the cards, your warmth and stuff is still going to be on the cards. So you come over and you're going to start spreading, and there's going to be a natural break. To kind of help prevent that, you're going to use your thumb and index finger to kind of push on the deck as you spread through. Well, you can't really use your thumb, but you're going to try to use your index finger to help. And as you spread through, it's going to you're going to naturally feel where the cards end at that break. So right here, you kind of out jog that, and you say, you know what? I think this is one of the cards. It is, because you literally separated at that break. And you're going to bring it to the top, and then turn it face up, and you say, is that one of your cards? They say yes. As they're distracted, you're going to get a break under the next spectator's card. Put this on top, and you say, okay, we're going to use this card to help find the next card. As you do that, and when it comes to the Paintbrush Top Change, just redirect your audience. If you have people to your right and you want to perform this, have those people move. Be like, this trick will not work if you're sitting over here, so I need you over here. You need to learn to handle your audience. But this is where you do the Paintbrush Top Change, because you're like, we're going to use this card to find the next card. Turn that face down, and then you're going to swing cut over, spread them out, and then you say, I'm going to hover over the cards like this, and you're just going to tell me when to stop. So, you go over, they say stop here. You ask them what's the other card they're thinking of, the Five of Hearts. They think you're going to turn this card over, but then you just turn it over, and because of the Paintbrush Top Change, making it look like you put the Seven of Hearts face down, it's changed out, and you have a miracle on your hands. So, I'm going to actually go ahead and, before this video ends, somewhat teach the, excuse me, the double undercut. So you have a card here, and you get a pinky break. You're going to switch to a thumb break, maintaining where the spectator's card is. And then for the double undercut, you are going to grip half of those and put them on top. Then you're going to grab everything at that break and put the rest on top. Okay, so you're here with the pinky break, switch to a thumb break, and then grip half of the bottom put it on top, and put everything else at that break on the top. And fast motion, and you say something along the lines of, okay, we're going to go ahead and cut your card somewhere in the middle, and it's on top. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and at least hit that like button for me. Please comment. I do respond to comments. Let me know what you think of this trick, what you think of the Paintbrush Top Change. As soon as I learned it, it instantly became my favorite way of switching out a card, because it is just so excuse me, it is just so clean. It looks like you turned it face down and the card has switched to the indifferent card. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Check the video that I leave on the end screen for another powerful card trick. I'll see you over in that video, and I'll see you next time.